Good morning. This is Amber with Amber Poetry and Song, and I'm coming to share with you another prophetic word from a vision that I received on December 3rd, 2022. I had this at 3:28. This is what I saw. I saw a white Gucci handbag of what looked like a certain influencer, like a well-known influencer on social media, put at the front of a store for whoever wanted it, like trying to sell it. Okay, so I looked up 328 and it means to gird up. And the places I was led to was First Peter chapter 1, verse 13. I'm going to read from there, but it means to gird up, be prepared. Um, so I'm going to read First Peter, and I'm going to start at verse 13 and read through 16. It says, okay, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Jesus Christ, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance, but as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Verse 16 says, because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. Okay, so the next place I'm going to go to is Ephesians chapter 6, and I'm going to read verse 14. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 14 says, stand therefore, this is about the full armor of God. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Okay, and then the last place I'm going to go to is Romans chapter 13, and I'm going to read verse 13. So Romans 13, chapter 13, verse 13 says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantingness, not in strife and envying. Okay, so what I understood about this vision is that it's most likely literally about this influencer, as well as others that's doing things like this. So basically, with this vision, with the handbag, the white Gucci handbag, being put at the front of a store like she was going to sell it, is basically symbolic of selling something that doesn't, that you don't own, that you don't, that doesn't belong to you. Like, you might have the bag, like in this vision she might have had the bag, but the brand, she doesn't own that. So if she's trying to sell something that does not belong to her, or that is not her, or you were not graced for that, basically. And so with this vision, is basically revealing to, not try to sell something that's not you, basically. It says, I wrote in my notebook that she's trying to sell something to her audience that she's going to need herself. So, like, for who this message applies to, you're trying to sell something to people that you yourself need. Trying to embark on a journey without having done the work. And when I say that, I'm talking about with God. Like, God has not taken you through that process for you to be graced with what you're trying to embark on. Um, and basically, like, this vision is saying to gird the loins of your mind. So um, I wrote down what be prepared meant, um, as I read it in Blue Letter Bible. And it says, I read it before in an older video, but it says, a metaphor derived from the practice of the Orientals, uh, who, in order to be unimpeded in their movements, were accustomed, when about to start on a journey or engage in any work, to bind their long and flowing garments closely around their bodies and fasten them with a leathern girdle. So yeah, it's just basically about trying to take on something that is not that you were not graced for, that the Lord did not, you know, put in your heart to do. Doing it just because you most likely are seeing others, you know, on that path, and you're feeling like you can take on that path, but that is not what the Lord has called you to. You're trying to sell something that that you yourself are needing. You know, you can't sell something to people that you're gonna need for yourself. Basically, I'm trying to find a bigger way to put that, but it's basically the Lord is saying to gird up the loins of your mind, like allow the Lord to prepare you, like to take you through the process before you try to go on a journey. Because before you go on certain journeys, the purpose of the Lord preparing you for that is so that you know how to handle the things that come along on that journey when you're on it, or the people that will try to come up against you. But when you try to embark on something on your own and the Lord is not with you on that, then it's going to be hard to handle. you know you might think that you're handling it well, but based off your behavior and your responses to certain things, that will be a tell all sign of whether you are actually able to handle what it is that you're trying to embark on, what you're trying to sell to others. You're trying to sell something to others, to an audience that you yourself are needing. And basically, what it's requiring is to humble yourself and yield to God and allow Him to take you through that process. And then if that's something that He wants you to embark on, then He will put that in your heart for you to do it. But you will also be prepared on how to handle what it is what it is that you're taking on, the journey that you're taking on, the thing that you're trying to, pitch to your audience. You will be well prepared for that and prepped for it because you've gone through the process with God. So that's it. That's the word that I have concerning this vision. Um, I'll be back with another one soon. Peace and goodbye. See you later.